Folks, I'm here to tell you that there is one thing that you need to know about the 2022 Lexus UX. And that is that we've reviewed it several times. Several. And the one that you're looking at right now is not the hybrid version, which we recently did in a very big video where we had every single Lexus hybrid crossover, and this was in it. No, what we're going to do today is talk about size. That's right, size. It's important because a lot of you have mentioned that most of the people at TFL are over 6 feet tall. I'm about 6'1". Roman's like 6'2.5", and with the hair, almost 6'4". And then Andre's somewhere in between. So, yeah, and Tommy's over 6 feet. We're tall. This car is not great for tall people, and I'm going to explain that in a little bit. But first, let me take you around and show you what we got. Have a look. Now, what you are looking at is the F-Sport version of it. This is not what you'd call a sports car. As a matter of fact, what you're looking at is a vehicle that is based on the Toyota CHR, which is about to be phased out. Toyota's about to get rid of it. It's a real shame because that car had so much potential, but it was kind of slow, only had a CVT here in the United States, never had very many options, and it was basically, not fun, which is a shame because it looked like it was. Now, this vehicle, which is based on the same architecture, has the same powertrain, but a very different price. Under the hood is a 169 horsepower, 4-cylinder that's hooked up to a continuously variable transmission, a CVT. Although, in Lexus speak, they do have 10 preset gears. They're not gears. It's basically holding different revs with the paddle shifters to make it feel like it's a sportier car. But here's the good news. It handles really, really well. Going around corners, it's great. It's actually kind of fun. Also, it's fairly frugal, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I wanted to take you around the vehicle, so come on over. Once again, you got the F-Sport badge, and that gives you painted wheels. Look at that. That's pretty nice, right? Yeah, that's right. I always fear when I drive with painted wheels or chromed wheels because my spouse curbs cars all the time, and that's just begging for it. You know what I mean? Now, these are on Bridgestones, and I will say that, in general, the fact that you are running around on 18-inch wheels on a car like this, they don't look bad. Actually, I kind of am fond of the way this looks. All right, come on. Let's look at the back real quick. Now, the hybrid version of this car, the big difference is that, of course, it has batteries, electric motor in the back, meaning that under this stuff, if I were to lift this up, you would see an electric motor. Here, nothing doing. But here's the other problem. No spare tire. I really wish they put a spare tire in this car. Okay, let's talk about the main issue, though. Aside from the fact there's not a lot of trunk space, and that is size. I want you to come on with me to the driver's seat. All right, now I already have it set up for me, okay? So I'm going to hop inside. We'll talk about the interior in just a little bit because I have a special guest coming on who's going to help us. But here I go. Yeah, not bad. Very comfortable. And unlike the Toyota, this has literally a power steering wheel, which is really nice for adjustment. And it has almost all of the same components on the inside that you would get on the higher level vehicles like the NX and even the RX. And once again, we'll go over all this in a minute, but I wanted to show you something important. Now, once again, I'm a big guy, and this is the problem. I'm going to attempt to get back there. It will not go well. Okay, that's about as good as it's going to get. I might be able to shove my foot in there, but I don't do yoga. This is the problem with being big. However, I do think this is a good car for certain types of people. I have a sister, for instance, who's about 5 feet tall. Was like 120 pounds soaking wet. This would be awesome. She's not around. But I do have somebody else. Come on over, Jay.
Hey, Nate.
Hey, this is Jay, our new producer. And Jay is a little bit shorter than I am. He's 5'4".
5'4", man.
All right, I'm going to say 5'4 and a half.
Okay, I'll take the extra
All
half
right.
inch. Appreciate that.
There you go. Now do me a favor.
Yes.
Why don't you take the key, hop into the driver's seat, fire the thing up, and get comfortable.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
So get the seat where you need it to be.
Working on that. Still going.
Now I got to say, the seat adjustments and the seat comfort in this are so much better than the CHR.
They are.
Now earlier I said that the CHRs, you know, in like the last video I did with this car, the CHR, this is the version of it in a tuxedo. I think I said that. It's even nicer than that in some ways. Now adjust the steering.
Oh, yeah.
See a little, there you go.
There we go.
So it's, I mean, that's pretty cool that it's got that power thing, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So you're good to go? You think that would be a comfortable position for you?
More or less, yeah.
Right. Now do me a favor. Hop out and hop into the back seat. All right.
Ugh.
Bingo.
That's it.
You comfortable?
Relatively so, yeah.
Yeah. And you got little vents over there.
Yes. Not
Great.
the most amount of leg room, but
I mean, but you got a lot more than I would.
yeah, I can't stretch my legs out entirely, but that's okay.
But I mean, you could say that passenger your size, as long as a driver your size, you'd be comfortable either way. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. And that's kind of the point here. I really felt like I put the UX down the last time I reviewed it because I'm a big galoot. And I think that it's fair for some of you audience members out there to understand that the TFL staff really does want to incorporate as many real life, real world people as we can into these vehicles. So Jay, you're going to become a standard measurement for certain vehicles. So we'll go between Roman, the tallest of us, to you, the not tallest of us.
No, the shortest of us.
I'm trying to be nice.
Oh, thank you.
And then have a balance, I think, from time to time. Because small vehicles like this do deserve to have a little bit more of an open mind when it comes to reviewing them. So I can complain all I want about the fact that I'm just too big and fat to fit behind myself, but somebody like Jay is comfortable in a vehicle like this. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. That's the whole point of this video. We wanted to talk about size, and I also wanted to introduce our new producer, Jay. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
There you
I'm
go.
Jay.
All right, guys. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.